Hello world, and welcome to the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. It's been a long year, but I don't need to be the one telling you that. A lot has happened. But I'm going to take a step back from all of the chaos of the year and take a look at my channel and what's happened through the year. So sit back and I hope you enjoy. So I want to start by talking about what's happened so far this year. And I guess it really starts in March. And no, I'm not talking about quarantine and everything. It just happens to line up that way. It was in March that I kind of realized while visiting my wife that I'm not happy with the channel, or I wasn't at least. And I wasn't happy with the channel art. I, every month or so, made changes, changed the art, did changes that never saw the light of day, all in an attempt to meet the goal that I originally set out for myself with that art. I'll put a little sketch up here. I could never make that the way I wanted to. And I tried, and I tried. And in April, I tried more, and I decided it wasn't worth doing. And instead, I got the rest of Abduction out. And I'm so glad I got the rest of Abduction out. And then in May, I decided it was time for a fresh start. Set myself the goal of end of June. And I did it. New icons, new banners, new templates, everything changed. Intro, outro, everything except for stream alerts, because still working on file type issues that I keep running into, but those are in the works. I was happy. I had made something completely new and I was happy with it. And then I didn't release any videos. I recorded some, I edited some, I didn't release anything. And then I got my index and I loved VR. And that's where I really started to produce content again, because it was something that I loved doing. So budget cuts started and was ongoing. I played some Among Us with my friends. You saw one video of that. I've got more in the works that never saw the light of day. Maybe those will come next year. And then October came and I spent the month up in Canada with my wife. And I meant to bring everything I needed for editing, and I kind of left a lot of footage and a lot of assets back in my desktop. So I couldn't, and I lost my schedule. Instead, I spent my free time while she was working on the weekends by scripting out what has become the beginnings of a commentary on the Destiny franchise as a whole. In November, I made that video about my history with Destiny, and I announced that part 2 would be community interviews. But with the release of Beyond Light and the Deep Zone Crypt Raid, I've been talking to one of my closer friends in the community, and I've decided to get his help, and part 2 is going to be very different from the original intention. I'm not going to talk too much about what part 2 is becoming because that's still in the works, but expect that sometime January, maybe February. And then part 3 will come sometime after that, but one step at a time. It's a lot of effort for somebody who works full time. So that brings us to December. And I'm back in Canada, spending the holidays with my wife and making this on a weekend while she's off at work. And so we're at the end of the year. And going into 2021, I'm gonna continue the budget cuts videos, probably release a couple more Among Us videos just because I have them. Half-Life Alyx will be coming, and I got a lot more in the works. I wanna make this channel one that is an outlet for me to do what I want to do creatively. If I wanna make gameplay videos, you'll see gameplay videos. If I want to make commentaries, you'll see commentaries. If I want to make reviews, you'll see reviews. I'm not going to staple myself to one lane. I'm going to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, because I want to do it. Algorithm be damned. I'm not here to be famous. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to enjoy my time and to share my hobbies. So expect randomness. Expect whatever I felt like doing in a week coming to fruition. Outside of the channel, 2021 is going to be a year of self-improvement for me. I've already started working out daily because I was not happy with where I was health-wise. I would look in the mirror and I did not see myself. I saw, I don't even know what, and I wasn't happy with it, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm putting the effort in to be able to see something that I am happy with, and to be healthier. Going into 2021, I'm gonna try cursing less, using language like that only when it is actually necessary. Because when I have kids in the future, I don't want them to curse like sailors just because I do. And I want to read more. I haven't read a book for 2 years, I think. The last thing I read was a collection of Edgar Allan Poe stories and poems, these short little things. It's time for me to actually read again. And the first thing on my list is going to be Neuromancer. It's one that's been on my list for 3 or so years now, maybe 4. And it's one that I was supposed to read for a class in college, and I kind of didn't at all. But that's my goal. That's my first book. I want to read 1 book every couple of months. I want to try to hit 4 books this year. I know that sounds like a very low number, but for somebody who doesn't read, that's a lot to ask, I feel like. But we'll see where it goes. Maybe I'll do little book videos, little reviews of what I've read and why I enjoyed it or why I stopped reading it or whatever. Long story short, expect more of me. Genuine me. The things I enjoy. The things I do, the things I want to do. Expect more sit-downs where I talk about why I'm unhappy with something or what I'm changing to be happier with it. 2021 is going to be a year of change. And it's going to be a decisive year, for me at least. A lot happened in 2020, and a lot's going to happen in 2021. But it's going to be so much better. I'm going to leave the social commentary out of it for now. I had a few other takes where I sat down and I talked a lot about it. I don't need a 30-minute long video where 20 minutes is just me talking about the world. You all see it. You all know it. It's time that humans become better towards each other. So with that, I'll see you in the new year. So long.